Proof of the administration's square-quester tactics, a leaked government email shows a push for agencies to make budget cuts more painful than necessary. And it comes as we learn Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano plans to release thousands of illegals, saying the sequester has left her no choice. These were illegals in being detained. Meanwhile, but is keeping hurt onto the American public constitutional? Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano says, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, he says no.
Gosh, you know, this is really a new low for the government. My hat is off to Senator Paul. The public needs to know about drones. The president can't kill wherever he wants. Right. The president also has an obligation to make the government work. So if a mid-level manager in the Department of Agriculture says to his bosses, I have a way to make the meat inspectors be able to do all their meat inspection and to delay some other work that's not necessary to be done right now, and he's stopped from doing it because that's not painful enough for the American public, because that's not consistent with the administration's propaganda, that is not doing his job, that is not enforcing the federal law, and instead of saying, I'll work with you, I'll help you, like Ronald Reagan would have, it's, I told you so.
Right.
I told you. I'm from New Jersey. I told you so.
I've seen
That's basically what the president is doing to the American people when he does this.
Judge, you're saying the president of the United States is deliberately inflicting pain on people. For instance, how many school groups saved for the last year or so they could go to Washington, D.C. during the cherry blossom season, tour the White House, among other things, and now that's closed because it costs $18,000 a week, and the White House wants to save
How
that
about
money.
taking the $50 million that Janet Napolitano, cousin Janet, kidding, we're not related, spent on new uniforms for TSA agents and using it towards allowing those school kids to be able to visit the White House during spring break? Look, I'm not a micromanager. The president apparently is. And he's micromanaging the government in a way consistent with his message of pain, not consistent with his constitutional obligation to enforce the laws whether he agrees with them or not.
Exit question. Is what he's doing constitutional?
It's within his power to do it, but it is so offensive, it's impeachable.
Okay. Judge Andrew Napolitano, there's the impeachment word.
I hate to raise that
times
word.
in 2
The
weeks.
last time it happened, it was a disaster.
Absolutely.
But this willful conduct is unacceptable.
All right, Judge Napolitano, thank you.
Pleasure.